Hello friends, I'm Sanket. Our today's topic is gestures in iOS application development. So now first of the what is gesture, how to use it, how many different types of gesture for the application development. Now let's see. So now first of the let's try to understand what is gestures. So now a gesture recognizer is actually an object of the abstract class. It's a UI gesture recognizer. Okay, now such an object is related to a view and monitors for predefined gesture made on that view. Now gesture are actually touches and movement of one or more fingers that happen on a specific area of this screen. Now let's try to understand how many different types of gesture in iOS application. So now here you can see there are total 6 different types of gestures are there. For example, it's a tap gesture, swipe gesture, long press gesture, pinch gesture, pan gesture, and rotation gesture. So now here you can see the tap gesture. It means whenever you tap on the screen, at that time your tap gesture recognizer has been called. So now you can see the tap gesture image. So now whenever you tap means touch on your screen in less than 0.1 seconds, okay, at that time your devices according to recognize this tap gesture using your any finger. Now then the swipe gesture. Okay, so now swipe gesture. So now you have to for example your photo gallery. So now you have to swipe the different types of photo with your finger. At that time the swipe gesture has been occurred. Now next one is the long press gesture. Whenever you for example uninstall in your application or like this share any photo, at that time you have to long press and any object as an object in form of the your image, in form of the your application. So now you can see the greater than 0.5 seconds, okay, whenever you long press means long tap on the screen, at the time your long press gesture has been called. Now next it's a pinch gesture. So now pinch gesture. So now best example of the pinch gesture, it's a zoom in and zoom out. At that time you can use a two finger of your hand. So now whenever you zoom your photo means zoom in, zoom out means any objects, any view, at that time you have to use as a pinch gesture. Now next one is the pan gesture. Okay, now whenever you move any finger on your screen, at that time this gesture has been occurred. It's the best example of the pan gesture is your application pattern lock, otherwise your as well as your screen pattern lock. Now again another best example is a Candy Crush game. Now most of the gesture are work in a gaming application, but you have to also use in your normal application. So now this is the pan gesture. Now next one is the rotation gesture. So now again you have to use a two finger of your hand, at that time rotate any objects, any view. Now for example like you have to use a map. Okay, so now at that time you have to rotate your map using your finger. So now at that time you have to use a rotation gesture. So now here you can see total there are the 6 gestures are there in iOS application developments. Now we will discuss in our next section in a practical base. So now these are the types of gesture. Thank you.